It's nice to have faces back in the congregation. Today we continue our series on heaven, and we're looking at something particular about the process of moving from this world to the next. Now last week, Pastor Nathan took us through the process of dying, that to die is to go from one world to the next. It's a passing over into a new life. And what he pointed out was that the Lord is with us every step of the way, that He is always guiding us through that time of passing from one world to the next. Now, I don't know about you, and kids, I don't know about you, but does the thought about dying sometimes make you a little scared? Anybody feel that before? Right. I remember when I was 10 years old and my granny died, and I didn't have enough knowledge in my mind to help me understand what she was going through. And so I felt scared and afraid. I thought that maybe she was going to come back as a ghost. And I was scared for many weeks, worried about what had happened to my gran. And as adults, we go through different stages of life, we experience different things, and we too can still get that feeling of anxiety or fear or doubt about, is there another life? And one of the things that I really, really love about what the new church teaches is that we have so much understanding of what this transition is like. So many things that the Lord has taught us through the teachings given to us through Emmanuel Swedenborg of this process of dying and being raised up into this new life. And the more we can understand, the more the Lord can help us feel okay. We may never get rid of the fear altogether, but we can better understand. And the Lord can give us comfort the more we understand what He is doing for us through that experience. So it's okay to feel frightened or scared, but we also have a wonderful opportunity the Lord gives us to learn some wonderful things about heaven. The first idea that I want to share with you is the idea that the first place we go to is called the world of spirits. And the world of spirits is a place that is halfway between heaven and hell. It's a halfway point, a starting point in our journey after death. So why? Why do we have this halfway point? Well, if I ask you, are you all good or are you all bad? Would you be able to say, I'm all good? Anybody here? All good? No. Anybody here say, I'm all bad? No. Are we sort of a mixture of good and bad things and thoughts and loves? Absolutely. Here I've got a stone, a rock. And if we look at the rock, we can see there's lots of different colors in it. It's got a sort of a pinkish side to it, dark side, and a lighter side to it. Can you see that? Right. And that's kind of like our life, but the dark isn't all dark and the light isn't all light. It's very mixed in the color of this rock. And that's our life. Our life is a mixture. Sometimes I'm selfish and I'm hurtful and I do bad things, but sometimes I'm really helpful and I love and I care for other people. And so we're never quite sure, or we're never able to really understand who I really am. Deep down, am I a good person or am I a selfish, hurtful person? And in this world, there's so many things that come at us that we're never quite sure where we are. We're never quite sure where we are. And so this first stage that the Lord takes us to when we die, this halfway point, is an opportunity for us to take this life and to take it over into the next life. All the ideas and the thinking and the love that we had in this world, we take over into the next life. Why? Because the Lord is with us, and the Lord wants to make the process as smooth, as comfortable, as gentle as possible. The Lord doesn't want us to be hurt by the process of crossing over into a new life. The Lord moves us gently, and so He allows us to take all the things that we love and we know from this world into the next world, this world of spirits. So what happens in this world of spirits? We are allowed to be who we are. When we get there, we're this mixture. We're this mixture of light, of good things, and of hurtful things, of selfish things. We are a mixture, and the Lord allows us to continue living that life. But the Lord doesn't want us to stay there. The Lord is trying to lead us either upwards to heaven on a path or downwards to hell, depending on what we've truly, deeply loved. And the way that the Lord does that is through meeting other people. That's how the Lord teaches us about who we really are, is about meeting other people and how we react to other people. So if we think about the world of spirits, it's pretty much like looking out around us today. We are in a church. In the world of spirits, there will be churches. And if you go outside, you will see green grass and roads and houses and communities, just like we see in this world. That's the world of spirits, just like this one, except in a different sphere, a spiritual sphere. So the Lord, trying to move us from one to the other, but doing it gently and carefully. So once we're in this world of spirits, the Lord moves us around from community to community, from person to person, and we share our life with that other person and they with us. So think about a group of people, and they're arguing about who's going to be in control. Do you think that's a heavenly group or a hellish kind of group? A hellish kind of group, right? Being in control, wanting to control things is from hell. But we're a mixture of all sorts of things, aren't we? And so we will feel a need to want to go and be involved in that, and to perhaps be part of that argument about who's in control, who's right, who's wrong. If in our hearts, if deep down in our hearts we are hurtful people, then one of the things that we want is to rule over other people and be in control. And that's the kind of group that we will enjoy being a part of. But what if our heart is more loving and caring? Then we'll walk into that group and they'll be a part of us because we're a mixture. We'll want to get involved, but after a while we'll go, no, this isn't who I am. This doesn't really suit me. This isn't what I want. And so we will separate ourselves from that group, and the Lord will lead us into another group. And we'll experience that group, and we will see, well, is this part of my life, or this is where I belong or not? And so as we move from group to group in the world of spirits, the Lord is showing us who we really are on the inside. He's able to peel back, as it were, the outer parts of our life so that we can reveal what's on the inside. So this rock might be hard and speckly and full of different colors on the outside, but on the inside we can see the beauty of it. This is what the Lord is trying to do for us, is trying to help us see when we are loving and caring and looking to Him and wanting to lead a good life. He will show us the love that we have inside, the beautiful things that we have inside. If we are selfish and hurtful and love to rule over other people, then the inside won't be beautiful. The inside will be dark. There won't be anything nice to see. That's what the Lord is trying to do, is lead us from living the life that we're living now, which is mixed, to seeing who we truly are as to our heart. And as we go from group to group and discover what our heart is really like, so the Lord opens up a pathway for us. And there's a pathway that if we're selfish and hurtful, and that's truly who we are, then that darkness leads us down a path to hell. But if we've been trying to follow the Lord and trying our best to learn and do what is good, the Lord shows us a path that leads upwards to heaven. So this is the journey of the spiritual world, this halfway point where the Lord is taking us from this life gently into the spiritual world, into the world of spirits, and gently showing us who we truly are as to the things that we love, so that there isn't a mistake of ending up where we don't want to be. We don't want to end up in hell and say, no, but this is not a place for me. The Lord makes sure that that never happens. And likewise, we'll never end up in heaven and say, well, I really don't like this place. The Lord gently leads us and guides us to find our own individual path, and that will lead us to our everlasting home. It's an important thing. The Lord is always gently moving us through life, through into the next life, and onwards to eternity, to a place that will make us truly happy forever. Amen.